Hello, everyone. We are back. Welcome to week number 1, the official week 1 of the Collegiate Esports Association. So the CEA's, I guess, offshoot from the main setup here. So we are bringing you a match between the University of Chicago and UC Irvine. Should be pretty good. And we are going to be getting into it pretty shortly here. First things first, do want to say a big thank you to the players here, to the teams, to the CEA in general for having me on here. And yeah, should be some pretty cool matches. This one is going to be pretty competitive. Should be pretty competitive here between these two players and between these two teams in general. Some strong players. Actually, funnily enough, one of the players here is Pancakes, who was in the first match, which is pretty nifty if you ask me. We're just going to do some quick stuff. Collegiate highlighted match. We are looking at the University of Chicago versus University of California, Irvine. Which is pretty nifty. Like I said, should be a pretty good match between these two teams. Funnily enough, the first player in the first match is going to be Pancakes. Pancakes will be the player who actually was able to clutch out the ace win for his team in the corporate side, the corporate match earlier today between Garmin Phoenix and Epic Systems. And we are getting into it right about now. Cool. So it is going to be a PvT on Eternal Empire. Once again, the Collegiate Esports Association. This is University of Chicago versus the University of California, Irvine. Oh, there we go. And map 1 is going to be Eternal Empire. We'll talk a little bit about the map format after this game. Actually, as we get into it, why not? So this one is a best of 5 clan war style, and a little bit differently from the previous match. It is going to be. Well, actually, we'll introduce the players first. So we have spawning down on the bottom left, representing the University of Chicago. It is the blue Protoss player, Pancakes. And his opponent spawning up in the top right, representing UC Irvine. It is Sherry. Like cooking sherry. Nifty. Looks like he's going to be scouting around a little bit. This oh-so-common proxy Stargate area. Oh, that's actually where he's going to put a fake proxy barracks. Oh, you'll love to see it. You'll love to see it. Very cool. Antis clapping so hard on ladder he hurts his wrist and can't play CEA. You hate to see it. But yeah, so just to talk about the way that the Collegiate League is set up, it's a little bit different from the corporate side. It is going to be 2 1v1s, still a best of 5 clan war style, 2 1v1s, and then 2 2v2s, and then should it be necessary, it will go to the ace match. And it's a little bit different as well. Players are allowed to play up to 2 times per match. So you can play in For example, Pancakes will be playing in the first match. Oh, wow. Okay, he proxies the barrack. What? Interesting. That's very strange. So he proxies the barracks and then floats it back into the main base. A little bit funky, a little bit strange to see, but that's totally all right. Kind of mixing things up here, getting a reactor as well as a second gas. So this is actually looking like a one-base build coming out of Sherry. Possibly Reaper, Hellion, Medevac here. And against a player like Pancakes, I don't hate the concept of going for a real aggro build here. Pancakes, of course, a very good player. He is going to be going for a quick Adept and saving up some gas, getting a Stargate there. And Sherry will see that. That's a nice little scout. Now, other side of the map, Sherry continuing to mine pure gas, and I don't think Pancakes, yeah, he hasn't even scouted. So maybe a little bit aware of some of the tendencies that Pancakes shows and looking to exploit that a little bit. If you don't know that your opponent's on one base, you cannot go for some shield batteries that are going to be helpful for the defense. But yeah, sorry, wanted to talk about how the games are set up. So, for example, Pancakes is actually going to be playing in 3 games today. He's going to be playing in the first 1v1, in the game, and then in both 2v2s. Now, that means he will not be able to play in the ace match should they need him. But I'm assuming, based on these players, they are going to be looking to try and end the series beforehand. Oh, wow, Sherry. Okay, so this is not what I expected. This is going to be tanks plus a Cyclone, it looks like, with Magfield Accelerator. That must be in response to the Stargate. Going for a Viking as well. So, yeah, this is a very, very interesting build. He's just going to be pumping out reactored Marines, all of these units. Now, Pancakes really going hard on the gas right now and still does not know that his opponent has not taken a natural, I do believe. He's got no vision on his opponent's side of the map. That is a bit of a problem. He is going to be building a shield battery here, so possibly will be okay. Oh my god. Are you kidding me right now? Look at that. Look at that right there. Feast your eyes. And, well, is this going to be for Speed Race? Damn, super crazy. Right now, we do have Cyclones coming out, as well as 3 Vikings. And this is going to do quite well, actually, against these, what is going to be a very quick speed Void Ray rush. This is super cool out of Pancakes, but I think he's going to have a really tough time dealing with what Sherry is doing. Now, if this Adept can scout forward and see that there's no natural, that will be a very, very important piece of information. Look at this. Sherry doing a good job of masking the build, but now Pancakes... Oh, he's going to see the SCVs being pulled, and he's going to see... Well, he's actually going to get into the main base here. This is devastating for Sherry. The siege tank... Oh, it's not going to find this. Oh, my God. This could get tremendous damage done. Oh, damn. This could be really, really tough. He's already going to lose 2, 3, 4 SCVs, it looks like. Meanwhile, the Speed Rays, ooh, they're going to rush forward. They'll pick off 2 Cyclones. They will, one of them will go down, but that was a huge, huge loss for the Terran. Oh, man, he needed those Cyclones so desperately in order to corral those Void Rays. And look at this, a Mothership is on the way. A lot of static defense. Look, oh, that's so aesthetically pleasing. 3 pylons, 3 shield batteries, 3 cannons. Void Rays going to try and pick off another Viking. I think, oh, they're going to try and go for the tank as well. They will get it. 2 of the Void Rays have gone down. Another tank, a little bit exposed, is going to get sniped off here. And with the battery overcharge getting popped, well, one of the Void Rays will still get picked off, but most of them are staying alive for quite a while. Meanwhile, though, in the main base, 8 SCVs have gone down. There is no mineral mining it is all up to what Sherry has on the field right now. And with the shield battery still having so much energy, a good Void Ray count, well, Sherry's going to be forced to tap out. And that's going to be game number 1 going in the favor of the University of Chicago. Very well done. And UC Irvine not going to be able to take that game number 1. Pancakes pulling his weight in this first game. Now, we're going to be getting into game number 2 in just a moment. It's going to be Pillars of Gold. Pillars of Gold will be the map here. Make that WCS game heart, and it's going to be G'day, mate, versus Veritas. Veritas. Looking to even the series at 1 apiece. G'day, mate. Looking to, looking to send his team up into glory, as it were. And yes, the design of the Collegiate League is certainly such that the players, there's a little bit more flexibility for the teams. Of course, when you're doing a Collegiate League, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to corral players to get them available for games. And as a result, you want to make sure that you are, being flexible as much as you can. And that's kind of the beauty of all of this. And game number 2 is going to be on Pillars of Gold here. Could be a little bit of a mismatch. University of Chicago doesn't... I know that they mentioned that they don't have all of their prime players, so they are going to be leaning a little bit heavily on Pancakes for this one. And we're going to be getting into it. It's going to be Terran versus Protoss. Veritas from the University of California, Irvine, UCI, versus University of Chicago's G'day. G'day, mate. And it is going to be a little bit of a mismatch on paper, but we saw in the previous series, a mismatch does not necessarily mean a game won or lost. And we're going to be getting into it now, spawning down in the bottom left position of Pillars of Gold. It is the Purple Terran player representing UCI. Give it up for Veritas. Also a member of Alpha X, another cool little team that's really a big part of North American Starcraft. And his opponent spawning up in the top right got an uphill battle in this tough opponent. It is the Red Protoss player. G'day. I don't know anyone. Find me someone who can say his name without an Australian accent, and I will find you some ice that can be sold to Eskimos. You just can't do it. It just can't be done. It's impossible, even for a computer. And, we are going to be seeing an in-base gateway for G'day, and a Veritas, taking a page out of his opponent's, or his team's opponent's book in the first match, his teammate's book. Going for that double gas off of just one base. Now are we going to see a block on this Probe Scout? SCV is going towards the wall. Not going to be able to prevent it from going in, but it looks like that wasn't his goal anyways. Oh, but he is going to get a little bit of harassment. And now? No. We're going to see an expand behind this. No, he's just checking around the natural, making sure he's not getting proxied. Of course, there's almost a weird scenario where it's almost more dangerous to go against a lower league player in this scenario because they have an entire brainchild of teammates that can give them just all kinds of crazy, wonky, all-in builds that can be just so potent and frightening to deal with. And whenever that is the case, it does mean that sometimes players can punch very far above their weight. And that is a really, really cool concept, a beautiful part of the CEA. And Veritas, he is really, really worried about this, looking all over the map for the potential of something coming down here. Oh my goodness. G'day. G'day, mate. It's the third Nexus at the 230 mark. My main's not done. My natural's not done. Time for a third base. Yeah, it's going to be a good one. You got to love to see it. Very cool stuff coming out of G'day. And Veritas, not going to be able to scout this just right away, but... Well, he does have an early Hellion, and... Actually, you know what? With this Hellion Reaper, and with only a single Adept on the map, no additional unit being made just yet, straight up into that Twilight Council, this actually could get a lot done if the micro is good from Veritas. Now, G'day. If he can get one of those really, really good defensive fights for a little bit, he might be able to make something happen. But Veritas is going to get in here, and he's going to start picking off probes. Nice grenades. Will grab... Wow, this is going to be at least 5 dead workers. Just what's at the natural. Another 2 coming down here. But Veritas is actually going to pick the fight against this Adept, and he will be able to take it out before the shield battery is done. And only Reapers suffering damage right now. The other units, well, the Hellion has not taken any damage. Oh, man, and the probes are starting to line up a little bit. Hellion gets a huge shot, and that is going to be so much damage. I think we might actually just see the game end off the back of this damage. 13 probes have gone down, and there is just no way to come back from this. But, well, as I say that, he is on 3 Nexus. Oh, another probe going down. 16 probes. So much damage done, so much value for the Terran player there. Now, he does not know that his opponent is on 3 Nexus. And, well, 3 Nexus with Chrono Boost, that can build up a lot of probes very, very quickly. But you really, really have to be on top of it. Like, really have to be on top of it. And, well, it's... Even if you have perfect probe production at this point, you are going to be in such a disastrous situation. I actually would like to see him maybe not build these gateways and just hope and pray that his opponent does not get aggressive and just really try and grind out some probes to get back into this game, economically speaking. But not going to be the case. And, well, Veritas is going to be moving across the map with a Widow Mine drop, and this is going to be... it's going to be really difficult to deal with. There's no units in the main base, and in fact, a bit of an Artosis pylon right here. Veritas has everything going for him in this map number 2, looking to put his team on the board. And these first week maps, or first week matches, I mean, there can be a mismatch, but there can be, well, actually, specifically with the way midterms work and just how busy players can be, on paper, matches can be very, very swingy. So, with it being that Swiss format, things are going to be difficult here if you do go down in that first week. You obviously don't want to. Ooh, nice unburrow from Veritas right there. Going to make sure he keeps that Widow Mine shot charged up and ready to go. Oh, target fire on the gateway. 8 more probes have gone down, and Veritas, well, he's going to pick off the Stalker that just warped in. Another probe will go down, and this might actually just be too much to deal with. Oh no, the Widow Mine is going to get a huge shot. Takes out the Stalker, damages the shields of the other one. Nice medevac micro from Veritas, keeping that unit upright and keeping it alive. And, well, another pylon's going to go down, going to depower this gateway before it even finishes. And this Zealot, well, it is not going to be able to take out the opponent. Another nice pickup on that Marine. And Veritas, he is just way too far ahead at this point. Charge is going to finish. He's going to be able to pick off... Well, with the help of that shield battery, picks off one of the Marines, forces the units into the medevac. But look at what we have behind us. Tanks, a full saturation of mineral line, more barracks, more production, and the drop is not even done yet. Veritas having himself a time. Look at the kills on these units. 2 kills, 2 kills. Well, now 3. 2 kills, 4 kills. These are veterans. These are strong boys. And these are... Oh, he's picking up the units, almost gets the Stalker, and he will finish the kill. Nice micro from Veritas. He's just flexing at this point. Meanwhile, building a 3rd command center on location, and there is just not a whole lot that G'day can do. G'day having a bad day, unfortunately. And, well, that is one of those things that can happen. You can just run into a monster, and, I mean, honestly, Veritas... He is looking real good in this one, which does bode well for University of California, Irvine shouldn't need to go to that ace match. Definitely a really, really strong player and very much ace match material. And he's showing some good form right now. Sieging up these tanks. He is going to be able to take out this third base, no problem. Unfortunately, G'day just suffered too much of that economic damage early on, and he is not going to be able to deal with this. Auto turrets coming down. They're going to tank for the Zealots and obliterate the army. G'day will tap out, and that is going to be game number 2, going in the direction of UC Irvine. Well played right there. And I tell you what, we're going to be getting into the 2v2 matches now. And I do believe one of the teams, I should say, did make their swap for this one. Yes, the University of Chicago swapped out the map. So just to explain a little bit as we get set up for this map, the way that it works is there are 2 potential maps for the pool. 2 potential maps that you can choose from. And if you use a swap, so there's the default map that you would use. Default map that you would use. Ooh, Team Liquid map contest. Heavy artillery. It is heavy artillery. Wow, there are actually 2 different... Oh, man, there's... There's 2 different maps named heavy artillery. That's incredible. When was this one published? I just want to... confirm before we go ahead with this one. But yeah, we're going to talk about this a little bit. So each team has 1 potential swap in this best of 5. So that means that, for example, the map 1 was Eternal Empire. But if one of the teams had elected to use their swap, it would have become Ice and Chrome. And... it would have become Ice and Chrome. So therefore, let's say you put out a Terran player. You're like, I think Ice and Chrome is a great mech map, and I want a mech player on there. So you can pre-choose that map with the intent of swapping that. And each team does have 1 swap. So you are allowed to use that. Ooh, this is going to be a little bit of a tough scenario for... the University of Chicago, Irvine. Or sorry, the University of Chicago. UCI is going to be using Veritas and No Name for this... for this one. Well, hey, if you go to the University of Chicago, reach out to one of these players. I'm sure you should be able to find them on Discord, or possibly you can even collect some information in the chat. And yeah. Oh, perfect. All right, so this is going to be a little bit of an uphill battle. Just want to make sure all the players are ready to go. Perfect. So this is going to be the first 2v2 I have cast in a while. 2v2s are such an interesting part of StarCraft 2. They're really undervalued. Ooh, 1 for 1v1 and 1 for 2v2. Oh, damn. Oh, that is actually lit. Okay, so you can actually... The entire map pool could be completely changed if all teams were to do that. All right, so this is my first time using this UI as well. Spawning up in the top left, representing University of Chicago, it is G'day. And spawning slightly right of him, it is Pancakes. Representing the University of Chicago as well, spawning down to the bottom right, the Terran player, it is Veritas. And his opponent, his ally, wow, this is going to throw me so hard, it is No Name, or Sherry. So I think the UI bugs this out a little bit. Ooh, okay. This is very cool. So we are going to be seeing one of the players wall off the front, and the other is going to go for a command center first. That is very cool. Excellent usage of this map. By the way, this is a double Terran versus a double Protoss here. Both Protoss players, by the way, for the University of Chicago are going to be going very early double gas. Now, I believe in 2v2, you cannot gas dump. You are not able to do that, but if... Can you turn on allied unit control? No, there's no way. You can't do that. But in theory, I think after the 3-minute mark, you can start sharing resources. So potentially, we could just have G'day feed minerals and gas to Pancakes. And potentially, it looks like we're going to be seeing Proxy Void Ray out of the University of Chicago players. Meanwhile, Veritas is going for a Reaper here. He's playing this a little bit like it's not necessarily a 2v2. Actually, a very similar build to what we saw in the game he played against his opponent, the first 1v1. Now, Sherry, just finishing up his own barracks here, does have that very, very quick third command center. Oh, okay. So Pancakes is actually going to be going for double proxy robo, and we're going to have G'day go for a proxy Stargate. This is so cool. This is actually super freaking awesome. Now, the only thing I wish that they would have done is actually walled, because if they had walled, they could have prevented the scout, but as it is, they're not going to be able to prevent this scout. Reaper is going to be able to get... Well, actually, no. I guess with a massive... No, there's... Well, okay, there is a big area here, but also into the main base, there's a good amount of space. Now, G'day does manage to prevent that Reaper from getting any kills there. Fortunately, I cannot bring up the workers killed tab. Things get a little bit more complicated in a 2v2. As, well, instead of just one player killing another, there's as many as... there's like a lot more iterations of possibilities. So I assume that the programming is just more difficult. Ooh, this Reaper could get caught here. Oh, and it will go down, but it scouts. Huh, this is so interesting. +1 attack coming down and a fleet beacon. And it scouts the fleet beacon, does the Reaper. Veritas has expanded behind this. Double Robo Immortal. Oh, and Pancakes, this is so cool. Look at this. He's going to be dropping a proxy... he's going to be getting this warp gate. Sorry, this warp prism to drop a proxy shield battery, 2 shield batteries before the pylon's done. So it's going to start coming online quicker than normal. Meanwhile, it's going to be a Tempest coming out of the blue Protoss player. Meanwhile, Veritas is going to get into the main base with a Reaper and a Hellion. What does... Already, quite a few workers have gone down, I do believe. Not that many. Oh, the Cyclone pops out immediately to its death. That is so catastrophic on the defense for Veritas. He is going for double Viking production to try and shoo away this Warp Prism. The reactor gets killed off, but this Warp Prism is in a lot of trouble. Oh, man. Immortals would have been caught in the main base. Now things are going to get a little bit tricky. This Viking will shoo these... this Tempest will shoot these Vikings away. Looks like a lot of workers actually did go down there for G'day. He's down to just 14 probes. But the Vikings have been shooed away a little bit. The Immortals are going to get into the main base. Lock-on comes onto the Warp Prism. It will get broken, but now there is those 2 Vikings once again. These Immortals, though, they're causing a lot of problems for Veritas. One of the buildings gets taken out without a cancel, and Pancakes is actually getting a ton done with this Immortal drop. These Vikings, oh no, they are going to be able to take out that Tempest. Oh, it just barely gets back to the shield batteries. Will get healed up a little bit. Now, Veritas is in so much trouble right now. Widowmine is going to get target fire down before it can pop out. No more Vikings can come out. That is, well, we're going to see more shield batteries come out. One of the Vikings did go down to that Tempest. Tempest runs into the range of the shield battery, but it's not going to be enough to keep it alive. Meanwhile, Immortals are having a field day here. Double battlecruiser production, though, and that is going to be way too much to deal with. Sherry is getting so much done for his team. Recall will come down, does not save one of the Immortals, but will manage to save the other two. Meanwhile, look at this. Both Sherry and Veritas have floated. Well, Veritas floated away. Sherry has built a proxied command center here. That is so cool. Yamato cannon coming down. Wait, where's the... Oh my god, he's building 2 proxy command centers? That is going to be so difficult to deal with. And if this position gets broken, things will be so desperate for the double Protoss team here. They're already in a lot of trouble. And, well, Vikings fully cleared out this position. They did not find the... Oh, no, they did. They actually did find this location. And, well, 2 more starports coming down, going full 2v2, full team game mode with the mass BC. And the BCs are going to find these Immortals. Oh, I think they might all be dead. At the very least, 2 of them will go down. Ooh, nice splits coming off from Pancakes. Trying to distract those BCs a little bit, but 2 of them still inevitably do go down. This is a lot of Immortals, though. And in theory, they could get a lot done, but there's 2 more battlecruisers that just popped out, and there are no defenses back home to deal with these. And G'day took a decent amount of damage early on, was not able to recover and help his opponent, or help his ally out too much. And Sherry, oh man, Veritas gonna lose a command center here. That is really problematic. Tempest will pop out to its death, and I think this is just gonna be too much to deal with. Despite a good amount of damage coming in from Pancakes, the battlecruisers have eviscerated the mineral line. And, well, Immortals, they don't shoot up. It's a tragic flaw they have, a real character flaw. And even though Veritas took it on the nose for a while, he was able to buy time for his ally to get out these BCs. And now, well, they are just absolutely winning the day. They are... Look at this. Look at the resources lost. Sherry has lost 18, and everyone else is absolutely guttered right now. GG coming out from Pancakes and G'day, and the University of Chicago will go down 2-1 in this series, and it is going to be a tough road to hoe for them. They are playing with a slightly diminished squad here, little bit tricky. But we're going to be getting into map 4 here. It's going to be Jacob's Summit, or possibly Jakob's Summit. That is going to be by TL Map Contest 3. Okay. Cool. So we are going to be looking at a do-or-die scenario for the University of Chicago. It is going to be up to Pancakes once again. Who do we have for the other players? It is going to be Pancakes and Maladroit versus Lumon and Jackie Wang. Oh. Ah. Toss OP. Not in that one. The battle cruisers were too much to deal with. And well done. Well done right there. And 2v2 is a very tricky matchup. I'll be lying. I would be lying if I said I was even a little bit of an expert in the matchup. I am most certainly that. Most certainly not that, I should say. All right, so we are just about ready to get into it. Once again, we're looking at a situation where, oh man, 2v2s is so interesting because you can't just come with one pepper prepared build. You have to have a bit of flexibility. And, well, we are going to be getting into game number 4 here. Fingers crossed that maybe they can send it to another ace match. That would be pretty cool. Pretty cool. And we're going to be getting into it in just a moment here on Jacob's Summit. Once again, this is a very interesting setup here. I am not really well-versed in the 2v2 matchup, but we're going to do our best here. Spawning up in the top left, representing the University of Chicago, it is Pancakes. And his teammate, Maladrot. Weird. So the UI is most assuredly different on a 2v2 for camera control. Very interesting. And their opponents spawning in the bottom right, it is the Terran player from UCI. Give it up for Naokyan. And his ally, Lumon. They are not going to be going for a similar opening to what their team did in the previous match. The previous match, there was that in-base expansion, so very understandable to go for that command center first. I think that was a really nice preparation build, but not going to be going for that in this game. Now in this one, we have one of the Terran players going for double gas, the other one just going for a single gas. Ooh, both of them though going double barracks here. Are we going to be seeing a whole lot of Reapers? That's kind of what it feels like to me. But we'll see in a moment. On the other side of the map, we do have both Protoss players opening up double gate. Very interesting. So very different from the previous game. A lot more aggression being amped up here. A lot more potential fightiness, I should say. And, well... Ooh, okay. Both of them opening up with a reactor. Is this going to be double reactor and just a ton? Yeah, this is just going to be a ton of something. My thoughts are Reapers still. This would be so much Reaper production. Now, we do see both Protoss players opening up double Stalker. Of course, Stalkers with that extremely high range are good to really go at opponents. Oh, man, it looks like... No, both Terran players just getting up to 23 of 23, but they're not actually supply blocked here, which is nice. Ooh, Factory coming down for Lumon, whereas Naokyan is going to just look to get very, very aggressive just off the 4 racks, 2 racks double reactor Reaper production. This is so disorienting. There's so much information on the stream, on the screen, I should say, and I'm just not used to it. Oh, ships passing in the night. They could miss each other, and they will do just that. Pancakes going for a very, very fast third Nexus. That is not ideal in this scenario. Neither Terran player has shown a desire to expand it just yet. Oh, is this shared control? Is Pancakes... Can you control? Can you do shared control? I didn't think you could. No, that's definitely Pancakes controlling everything. You can see the blue outline. Yeah, so you can do shared control here. They are going to be able to get a lot of Stalkers across the map, and that will force a good number of the Reapers back home. This is actually looking really good for the Protoss team so far. Meanwhile, all of the Reapers are now being dragged back home. 6 Stalkers is actually so much to deal with, and it's enough to one-shot Reapers. Oh, SCVs are going to try and lock these units in. But the Stalkers, they are going to be able to escape. Nice target fire coming down from the Protoss player. And, well, Pancakes is going to be able to get a good number of these Stalkers out for the moment. They are still going to get inevitably picked off, but they are getting decent little bits of damage here. Ooh, nice target fire to kill that one Marine that was kind of tracking the army. And can I show... No, I can't show an income graph, but I can show the temporary income. And I can tell you that Lumon is not mining right now. And now Kian also lost a lot of mining time. And the beauty of that for the Protoss team is that it allowed Pancakes to build, get that third Nexus up. Now, this is very scary. Once again, the Terran players have not expanded. They are just on this one base setup. And, well... charge for Pancakes very close to finishing up. We do have a lot of shield batteries finishing up right now. And this is going to make it really difficult to get in here. Are there any tanks coming with this? No, it is just Marines, and they don't have any upgrades. In fact, the only upgrade that's come online is Warp Gate for Pancakes so far. But once he gets that charge, it is going to be so difficult to break in here, even with these Reapers in the numbers that they have. Once charge comes online, I think Pancakes is going to go for the break here. Nice micro coming down from Maladrot. Just buying as much time as he can. He does have Blink nearly done. And, well, 5 gateways. Ooh, look at that. All these gateways coming online for the Protoss. Oh my god. Both Protoss players with a huge gateway explosion. All of them coming online at pretty close timings. Meanwhile, the Terran players trying to expand. They're building the command centers in the main base, though. And they actually have not yet found Pancake's third Nexus. Oh, man, this is a little bit disastrous. And Pancakes, he just has so many charge lots right now. I think he can almost overwhelm this army on his own. Okay, now with this tank joining up, things will get a little bit more difficult to deal with. But... oh, it's being left on its own. Pancakes, he's going to sally forth and try and take the fight on his own. There is no stim or combat shields on this. Link forward coming down from the red Protoss player. He is going to try and target fire down the medevac, not quite getting it, but the charge lots are all over this army, and this is looking so good for the Protoss team from the University of Chicago to send it into that ace match. Now, they do run into a big problem, though, where they will not be able to use Pancakes, I don't believe. And, well, I mean, the game's not over yet, but it is looking really, really good for them. And Pancakes, just with these charge lots alone, could be able to get something done, at the very least, at the front here. I don't know about pushing up this ramp, though. That's a lot of tanks. And medevacs in a choke. Yeah, you don't want to push up into that. Just hold your lead. You've got that third Nexus. He kept it alive. You can build 3 probes at a time, which he is doing. Still only on 1 gas. Really... should be teching up at this point. There's no reason not to. It's such a strong position for him. And, well... oh, these Stalkers, they are going to find this medevac. Oh, it's just going to boost right on past, though, and the Stalkers will let it go. Now, this becomes a problem of... they're actually going to mine out their main base. They are desperate to expand very, very soon. Medevac into the main base of Maladroit is going to have a field day here. Still no stim, though, for either Terran player. Oh, looks like Lumon is going to try and throw down a... the fusion core. Oh, looks like the Terran, or the Protoss are going to try and break here. This is actually a very, I feel foolish move from these Protoss players. They are going to be able to break through, at least initially. Charge lots will get on top of the tank, but on the top side, the army gets obliterated This, Liberator is going to pick off so much. And meanwhile, the remaining charge lots for Pancakes are going to get taken out. There was no need to attack there. And that was just such a huge, huge swing of momentum. Maladroit will be able to get out with this this War Prism, but now, look at this. A lot of damage being done to Maladroit's economy. Maladroit, he is going to be down to just 17 workers. Pancakes only at 36 himself. And all of a sudden, we've got a game on our hands. And I think that if the two Terran players can just secure their naturals and really continue to invest in more tech, they will be in actually a very, very nice position here. Pancakes so committed to just this low gas, pure charge lot style, and he doesn't have any upgrades. He's only going to have +1 attack on the way now. And I'll tell you what as well, battle cruisers don't give a hoot about charge lots. Now this is so many charge lots. Look at this. Look at this army value. There's no gas in it at the moment. Oh my god. This is so crazy. Both Lumon and Maladroit have been significantly knocked back on their heels. Lumon in a much better position though. But Pancakes is in a better position than Naokian. And well, Stim is done. And charge lots pushing into Stimmed Marines. Oh, it's a lot of charge lots though. This tank is going to get taken out, but there's tanks on the high ground. Battlecruiser popping out, and Pancakes has thrown away this lead, I think. Oh, no. He is now below supply, or behind in supply. As he warps in all these charge lots, he will catch up, and he is going to get on some good economic damage on this base, but the charge lots are going to get cleaned up. The SCVs were pulled, so not all that many went down, and Pancakes and Maladroit are now in a ton of trouble. Lumon and Naokian were able to hold on with that defense at the top of the ramp, and just a really, really great defense. And that could be enough to give them the win here. Battlecruiser did go across the map, did teleport across, and is now eviscerating the remaining economy of Maladroit. 1 he kills on this bad boy, combined with the defense and the aggression, getting so much on. Another probe going down. Blink Stalker's trying to track it out of the base, but Lumon will take one of them out, and I think is going to escape to that dead air zone. Oh, man. The Terran players finding so much success on the defense. This Liberator, 9 kills. So much freedom to give. And UCI, if they win this one, will take the match 3-1. So this is a very, very valuable, well, this is just a very nice turnaround for them. Pancakes almost carrying the day on his own, but a little bit over aggressive there. If they had just contained their opponents on the one base that each of them are on, check around the map, I think we would be looking at an ace match almost for sure. But now, well, oh, this Battlecruiser needs to blink out now. Oh, but it is going to get taken out. A nice find for Maladroit. But look at the army values right now. Look at the supplies. 90 supply for both Terran players. Pancakes is back up to that 90 supply himself. And he's got Storm. Well, you know what? Storm is a big, big value against these very heavy Marine armies. Now Kian does have a good number of Marauders and some Widow Mines, but this is still a frightening army to deal with. But once these reinforcements come across the map for Lumon, things are going to get even more difficult. Oh, nice Storm. There is a lot of medevac energy, but no medevacs for the Blue Terran. Only for Naokian. This Liberators actually represents so much that we're going to see a big attempted flank come down here. It will get on top of a ton of the Marines. Oh man, the High Templar are getting some huge storms. They're out of energy though, and Naokian has so much left on the ground. If there was one storm left over, I think that would have been enough to swing the fight in favor of the Protoss players, but now there's just too much stimmed bio left over, and with the reinforcements continuing to flood across the map, I think this is going to be it. I think UCI will do this and take this home for their team. The third base of Pancakes is getting isolated and taken out. Now, a lot of these units are heavily overstimmed, And that means that even a single storm could be enough to take this out. Oh no, a bit of an over-blink forward is going to cost a couple more Stalkers. Maladroit trying to hold on here. Blink warping in more Stalkers. Ooh, Ghost just getting their EMPs dodged. Nice work there from Maladroit. Man, look at how bruised up this army is. Literally a single tick of a storm would take out most of the army right now. And Pancakes, oh, just now getting enough energy for Storm. This is a huge storm coming down, clearing up a good portion of this army, and that is going to be the opening that Pancakes was looking for. He does have 1-1 done on his Zealots. A lot of these Ghosts, they're so low in HP, they will just barely make it back to the safety of the rest of the army, but another stim is going to have to come forward, and there it is. Widow Mines will burrow. They're going to get huge shots on the Zealots, and that is going to be enough with that new medevac coming forward to take these units out. Now the Widow Mines will get cleared out, and this game is still going on. Pancakes has taken another base behind all of this, but Luman has also secured a third of his own. I cannot believe that that got held off. Man, that was really, really razor's edge. But also, I think if the Terran players had backed off a little bit earlier, they would just have such an overwhelming amount of supply that it would just be too much to deal with. Now, a lot of the units are going to be caught away from this base. Oh, but there's now a High Templar in the back. It's got 7 kills, and it gets sniped off immediately. And now it is the Protoss army that's actually trapped between a rock and a rock. The two rocks are going to smash together and crush this Protoss force. Oh, that was a... I don't know if that was on purpose from Naukyan, but it worked out so well. And now a little bit of momentum that Pancakes and Maladroit had managed to accrue has disappeared. And this... Oh, that is a lot of High Templar. They're just 10 energy away from Storm, but the Ghosts are out still. Naukyan does have just the one Ghost with this army. There's another one rallying forward. But BCs don't give a hoot about your Gateway Man style. They will put a stop to that in short order. Big stim coming in from Naukyan. We do have Pancakes trying to come in from the backside here. Oh, but he's going to be a little bit late to the party, trying to set up a bigger flank, but unfortunately Maladroit got kind of pinned up against his own buildings, and now, well, reinforcements. Oh, God, that is a bad time to be a Marauder and a Marine right there. But this is just so much Terran here. Now, it is a little bit segmented off, and a huge storm will come down on the bio. More big storms, but I don't... Oh, my God, absolutely eviscerating the bio right there. But just enough survives, and I think that is going to be too much to deal with for the Protoss players finally. Now, the Warping of Zealots will take care of most of these units. And those Widow Mines do get taken out, but there's nothing, absolutely nothing to deal with the BCs. And, well, even just that pickup and drop of those units should be enough to win the day. I do believe Luman off the back of these BCs, and in fact, both 2v2s being won off the back of the BCs. It is just going to be too much to deal with, and University of Chicago is going to get shut down here. A valiant effort, a brilliant effort, and some fantastic storms are just not going to be enough to hold on, and Maladroit and Pancakes will finally tap out, but a very, very hard-fought battle in that game number 4. But that means that we are looking at a win for the University of California, Irvine. They were able to take it down 3-1. And we are going to try and get a little bit of an interview set up in just a moment here. Awesome. And we're just going to be setting that up in just a moment. All right, so we are going to set up a voice call real quick. So of course the Collegiate League for now is just for fun. It's just for bragging rights. But you know, it's still a pretty cool setup.
Hello.
Hello, just one moment. Just gotta get this all set up. Are you able to turn on your webcam, or would you rather not?
I think I'd rather not.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. We are just gonna put. What are we gonna put there? Oh, we can just turn it off. Sorry, just doing production stuff.
No problem. Sorry for.
No. That is me. All right, so why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? This is the captain of the University of Chicago team, correct? Yeah.
All right. Yeah. My name. I'm Maladroid. I'm a rising third year at the University of Chicago, and my first time captaining. So, yeah, majoring in molecular engineering and math.
Wow, very cool. Damn, that's really impressive. That's I just want to, give a little bit of uh, props to that. That's very impressive. So is this the first time organizing a collegiate team or organizing a team in general? I know you mentioned it's your first time. Well, yeah, you mentioned it's your first time. So yes, yeah.
Yeah. So I guess, well, U Chicago have a pretty strong Starcraft team usually. So I do have a lot of people who helps me learn how to organize and wrangling player to get them to sign up on TAM. But yeah, this is also my first tournament actually, because we do have like a fair amount of good players. So usually like gold player not really make the team, but I think that this year's it's really nice that we were able to put more than 3 people on the team, so get more people in the scene and enjoy the game.
Nice. That's awesome. It's always always a little bit tricky wrangling players up, and you mentioned a few of them are moving in, but it's cool that you were still able to field some players, have a good time. Have you had a chance to kind of scope out the competition for this year? Kind of, maybe. Obviously, you're mostly focusing on moving in and all that stuff, but yeah, have you had a chance to check out the competition yet?
Oh, like to scope out which other teams are playing?
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I'm not sure that I've never played in TESPA, so actually I as a captain not know a lot of these team member, but I guess like one thing that we know is to always keep an eye out for the University of California teams, because they usually have really good they field really strong players. But that's like I'm going to figure out more as I go along.
Yeah, I can confirm because I used to run a collegiate team back like 8 years ago, 7 years ago in the CSL back when that was a thing. I guess it is still a thing. Yeah, no? I think so. Either way, I used to run a StarCraft 2 team, and yeah, the University of California teams were absolutely stacked. Always, that was back when Suppy was playing. I know there's some really cool, exciting players there. So, what are your goals for the season? Do you have? I know it's just for fun. It's just for having a good time and all that. But do you want to, win the whole thing, or what are you trying to do? What's the goal?
Well, I think that obviously, I think it's competition is always really good because it gives people a lot of incentive to practice together. So I definitely wanna keep this up, because I feel like once summer hit or like break hits, usually people don't scrim a lot together. So I think
Mm.
this is a really good way to build up um, like camaraderie and like yeah, win if we can. But I guess I, from my perspective as a captain, I don't really pressure other people to win too much. But obviously, we're going to try our best and see how it goes.
Nice. Yeah, that's a good attitude to have. It can definitely. Obviously, none of us are GSL players, but it can definitely become. You have to toe the line of like being too competitive with it and being like, because people will take it really seriously, and losses can be really heavy. Um, but that being said, do you have anyone on the team that you're like really looking towards as like an ace player, or like someone that you really like? Yeah, like this is the guy, you know?
Yeah, actually, so um, our team this year, well, just to talk a little bit, well, Pancakes graduated last year, but so we really want to push people who are still going to the school to play. We have an
Mm-hmm.
incoming freshman who is pretty good at all of the races, and I feel like
Ooh.
he has a lot of great strat. Um, so I'm looking forward to see what he can do and like what kind of 2v2 we can pull off, because I feel like it would be more fun if we can have like all of these sort of combination and come up with new strats every week. So definitely look out for, I think his Starcraft name is Yo-Yo, and I think yeah, he'll perform really well.
Nice. Are you gonna have him play random then, or is it gonna be like you pick the race type of thing, or is that something you want to keep
Uh,
under wraps?
well, I think it depends on what he's in the mood to play, but I feel like random would sometimes like give really great advantage too. So
Yeah.
definitely like yeah, especially in 2v2, you can pull some pretty funky things and make them scout. So
Yeah, especially with all the maps being even if you don't play much 2v2, if you play on the ladder, you're not going to necessarily be prepared for some of these funky map
yeah.
switches. Yeah. So what are your thoughts on the map switch actually, now that I've kind of leaned into that?
I think, well, I don't have too much of an opinion myself, because I feel like I played at too much of a lower level to understand the significance of map, but I think that it can be nice, like the, especially when you're playing random. I feel like if we have a random player on your team, I feel like that can give also a lot of leverage on top of that flexibility that having like multiple races already give being able to play multiple races already give you. So
Yeah, I would agree with that 100%. Awesome. Is there anyone you want to shout out? Anyone? Obviously, you already mentioned Yo-Yo and Pancakes. But is there anyone on an organizational side, or like anyone who came up with some funky builds for this week, or anyone you just want to shout out in general?
uh well, yeah, I think I'll just have to give a shout out to for Pancake to like take all of this time off and come back to play for the school team. Like obviously playing for the company team's already pretty time intensive, and like he's still like wanting to come back and help us out. And he also guide a lot of player like all of the strat that he come up with. G'day is really interesting, and I think that it's nice that we have 2v2, so that yeah. And then he also guide us and teach us how to do new builds too. Pretty cool.
Nice. That's awesome. That sounds like it's you guys are building a pretty cool community over there.
Yeah,
Um,
we're trying our best to keep this game alive at the school and hopefully get more new players in. That would be exciting.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, it can be taxing, but it's super worth it for the community you can build. Yeah, thank you so much for joining us. Once again, that was how do you pronounce the? It's funny because I'm Canadian, so I should know French, but is it maladroit, maladroit, maladroit,
Actually, I have no idea. I think I picked it up from reading, so I don't know how to pronounce it. I think it's maladroit, because adroit,
maladroit?
right? It's like, yeah.
Perfect. Yeah, phonetically. Uh, awesome. Well, hopefully we'll get a chance to check in with you later in the season. It was a tough loss, but it was still really cool to see a lot of very inventive stuff from you guys' team, and I'm looking forward to seeing more in the future. Thanks so
Right.
much
Thank you.
for being on.
Thank you.
All right, so that was the captain of the University of Chicago, And we are now going to get an interview with the captain of the University of California, Irvine. And that should be a pretty freaking pretty good one because I'm excited to have a chat with the leader here.
Hi, hi, hi. Okay.
Just
It's
one
no
sec.
fine. Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you actually. Yeah. Just waiting on that webcam to
Okay.
get up and running.
Okay.
So first things first, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm team captain of UC Irvine. I am Veritas, and I'm a third-year student in University of California, Irvine, major in physics and political science.
Oh, nice. Another double
Yeah.
major. Double
Yeah.
major and StarCraft. That's insane to me. That's so much.
Like the famous quote Atosis said, is those who play StarCraft smart, or is all smart people play StarCraft?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
You got to have a
Yeah.
certain level of intellect.
Intelligent.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. It's such a taxing game.
Yeah.
So you guys just managed to take a pretty decisive but still very close series
Yeah,
against
definitely.
University of Chicago.
Mhm.
What was the game plan going into the match?
We didn't have too much game plan. Like, I forget that we have to submit the lineup by that time, so we gave up the swap map system. And after I tell my teammates that what it's going to be like, and sign up to each player they are going to play 2v2, so I just leave them to practice on their own.
Oh,
And
okay.
definitely, yeah, they did a pretty good job.
Oh, they did a great job.
Yeah.
Especially the second 2v2, they were in such a rough position, but they were able to hold on, and yeah.
Yeah.
Did
That's a
you
spirit.
sorry?
That's a spirit in the tournament, I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The fantasy GG timing that
Yeah.
turned out really well. Even in that game one, you had some, or wait, was that game? No, that was game two, the one that you played, right?
I played, yeah, game 2 and game 3. I played.
Game 2 and game 3, yeah. So you had a pretty dominant performance.
Yeah.
What obviously you just play a good amount of StarCraft, but as a team, what's kind of your goal for the season?
My goal is just let my players to have fun in the tournament, because majority of them never played in a actual tournament, and I myself still remember the feeling that I first time played the TASPA, since TASPA is the first official tournament I played. It's getting nervous, getting your hand shake when you get an advantage, and I just want my player to enjoy StarCraft and enjoy the feeling of being in play in a tournament.
I know exactly what you're talking about. I can 100% relate. The sweaty palms, the like like you said, the shaky hands.
Yeah, right.
It's such a unique feeling, but it's really cool that you're going in with that mindset. I love that. In addition, who are the players to look out for on your team? Who do you look at and you're like, this is our ace? And just in general, actually, who are you excited about?
I am pretty excited for both No Name and Purity. Like Purity didn't get a chance to play today, but he said he really want to play in a tournament, so I will put he up in the earlier game. And No Name, who just graduated this year and now but now he still loves to play StarCraft, and his play style is pretty cheesy and pretty interesting to watch. So I definitely look forward to those two players.
Yeah, he had a really interesting build, and I think it actually could have still worked.
It worked. He tested it multiple times on later, and it all worked. But this time, Pancake definitely tried something new that he has never seen before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If he could have kept those cyclones alive,
Yeah,
I
true.
think he would have been able to get something done. But the problem is like Void Rays, they just absolutely obliterate them.
Yeah,
if they even
true.
get a half a second of DPS.
Yeah.
But yeah, so no, sorry. Continue your thought if you have more to say.
No. Go ahead.
Okay,
Go
fair
ahead.
enough.
Okay.
So the opposing captain actually, Maladroit, mentioned that the University of California teams have always been terrifying in these collegiate leagues. What is it like to kind of come from that super dominant region? And do you ever feel like kind of do you feel like it's a disadvantage or an advantage?
I would say it's neither. It's not an advantage, and it's probably not a disadvantage. Since we truly got some really extremely good player like Antis, who is probably one of the very best player in college, and we got Zonda, and he is really high tier GM on later, but both of their own issue, and Antis is hurt his wrist, so he can't play Starcraft too much. Yeah, so that's unfortunate. But being in a strong team, I think that really gave our player some pressure to get better and to really care about the tournament and not too much pressure to let it crush them down. I would say that probably is an advantage. I changed my thought. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. It's being in that high pressure environment. Do you want to try restarting your webcam actually, see if we can get it on?
I'm not sure. Probably my webcam have some problem. I'm not
okay,
sure
that's no problem. Don't
what
worry.
happened. Yeah.
But yeah, no. The pressure of being in that higher skill environment, the better practice can definitely lead to like better results for sure.
Yeah.
In addition, who on the team, like from an organizational standpoint, like who has really been helping pull the strings, I guess, for all the collegiate stuff?
Let me see. Probably I do the most task to communicate with Whisper. I'm not sure how to pronounce his ID, but
yeah, Whisper. Yeah,
Whisper, and the other team captain.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
I mean, it makes sense. You're the captain, so yeah, you'd probably be doing the most work.
I have to do something to deserve this title.
There you go. So before I let you go, do you have what are your goals for the season? And do you have any shout outs you want to make for social media or anything like that?
Well, like I said, I just try to make my teammates enjoy the tournament, and they definitely enjoy victory, especially today's victory. It was so intense.
Yes.
And,
it was a great match. Yeah.
Yeah, and our goal is to enjoy this victory until the final.
Go to the finals. All right. I like it. I like that confidence. And any social media you want to shout out? Any of the player streams or anything like that?
I don't think any of us stream except me. Maybe it's Antis and Zonda stream on Twitch, and I stream on Twitch. So.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah, well, pimp out your stream then.
My stream is just Twitch TV / Veritas SC299.
Veritas SC299. Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for coming on here. Congratulations to your team. And
thank you.
yeah, looking forward to seeing you throughout the games and hopefully maybe even in the finals.
Okay, thank you for testing.
Thank you for having us. All right. Once again, that was Veritas, the captain of University of California, Irvine, coming off of their Week 1 win. Very cool stuff. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get the webcam up and running, but nonetheless, a great day of StarCraft matches. We had some good corporate esports matches earlier on. It did go to the ace match. This one had a nail-biting set of 2v2s. Especially that second 2v2 is definitely worth checking out once again. And yeah, that's going to do it for me for now from the CEA. But before I do head out, I just want to remind everyone that this coming Tuesday, so once again, we'll be back next week. It's going to be 11 a.m. PST, 1 p.m. Nope, 2 p.m. EST. Wow, I'm crossing my wires so hard. But either way, same time next week for the corporate and collegiate sides. So it's going to be 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. EST, and 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. PST. So we'll be bringing you more coverage of these games. And, well, other than that, this coming Tuesday, we are going to be doing a little show. It's going to be myself, the aforementioned Whisper, who is in charge of the CEA for the StarCraft 2 stuff. as well as Brad, who is in charge of or runs a whole lot of the entirety of CEA, one of the founders, I believe. And we're going to be talking about a few things, actually. We're going to be talking about... well, first things first, we're also going to be selecting the maps for week number 3. So that is going to be pretty cool. It's going to be... people who are there are going to get the ability to choose what maps we actually use, because we are using a combination of ladder maps and the Team Liquid map contest maps. So you can kind of pick and choose there. And then we're going to be talking a little bit about the organizational side of what it is to run this league. And yeah, so definitely be worth checking out if you want to get a little bit of insight on that. That one is going to be Tuesday, the September 22nd at 6 p.m. PST or 9 p.m. EST. And we'd love to see you there. That'd be really cool. And just going to actually see if we can... Can I maybe bring this image up? It's a little bit small, but you know what? We're going to actually talk a little bit more just to give people a little bit of insight about it. So, for lineup submissions, specifically for the collegiate side, team captains, in theory, on the collegiate side, you can actually get away with just 3 players and still have enough to field a full team. So the way that it works is players can only play a total of 2 times per format. So that means you can play twice in a 1v1 in theory and twice in the 2v2. 2 times per... Yes. So basically that means that you can put a player in a 1v1 and then you can put them in both 2v2s, and then in theory they could still play in the ace match. So I was actually incorrect. So pancakes would have been available actually for the ace match. So I misspoke a little bit. There's a little bit of a complicated setup, but I'm just going to link that in the chat, and you guys can take a look. And that is going to be... Oh, that's me. You guys can take a look at that, and yeah, should be able to make some decisions there based on that. As I send you on your way, I have been Steadfast. If you want to follow me on Twitch, you can follow me at twitch.tv/SteadfastSC2. I do a good amount of casting, play some ladder from time to time. You can follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/Steadfast. Sorry, did I say SteadfastSC2? No, I'm SteadfastSC for my Twitch. Twitch.tv/SteadfastSC. My Twitter is twitter.com/SteadfastSC2. And then my YouTube is YouTube Steadfast space SC2, basically. But yeah, definitely make sure to follow the CEA Twitch page as well. We will be live every Saturday, and who knows, maybe we'll even make a weekly thing out of the shows. Not going to guarantee that, but it's a possibility. Either way, thank you very much for tuning in. Have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. Take it easy, and yeah, practice for next week.